Okay, folks, welcome back to Magpie Technologies little demonstrations, and this one is on our tiny learning object repository, or as we call it at Magpie, card deck. So the card deck is quite simply a repository where previously built cards are here. So I could go in and search CPC. I'm a construction person, so I sort of fall into that. So I go here, here's a card, and I click on that. And this card it's an introduction for construction pathways trainees. And it's simply about that first evidence of engagement, if you want to look at it like that. Who do you work for? What jobs are you working on? On the back of the card, you've got the front and we've got the back. So the back of the card is all about the tags. You can add tags at any time. They're sort of editable. Gone is one that we just sort of added, but there's things there where, you could put in New South Wales. You can put anything in those tags. Here's all the help files of how it all works. Back to the front of the card, there's many there. I can add a new card from here and build a massive repository of those evidence objects. So if I go back into my group, I can see my card hands that I've previously dealt or are sitting in draft mode, so to speak, ready to go. And I'll go here and say side-by-side safety is a great one. Here's an example of, please record your response and answer the question. Question being, what should you have with you? And that's after watching that Safe Work New South Wales short video. The user can just simply respond with their answer. So there's instructions, there's on-the-job prep, it's whatever you want. Silica awareness in development, and there's a URL there again. So if we just simply go back to building a card, sorry, I'm going to go back into my other group. My Sussex Garden, I've got 3 cards that have been dealt out. They were created. This one was created 20 minutes ago and sent. This one here was created 3 minutes ago, and it's because I felt I failed in the recording of this. So building a card is simple. Build a card, click OK. Here's where you type in your instructional information, clear and easy instructions. If you had a URL there, so you can put that in and finalize that. There it is. There's a card sitting there ready to be distributed. So when you notice now, these cards that have been created, now it's the instructor's message. And this is about sending out the card to the group. And, I always like to use the example, the Silica Awareness course is for both 30-year practitioners and engineers and academics and tradies, along with those first day on the job apprentices. The message can be customized and it might just vary a little between the dynamics of your group and obviously your due date. So you could put something in here, type away, set a due date, go back in there, give them a couple of days, and that's gone. That's pushed out to the group. So pretty much that's what it's about in the groups, the card hands, going back to the card deck of the repository of cards as you build them up, or we build them for you, and that's what it all looks like. And a quick sneak preview, if I go in and have a look here, these are the result of the cards and the interactions. I'm going to do another little video on this, but that's one that's been viewed, and here's one that hasn't been accepted or rejected in the feedback. But that'll be our next little session, so thanks.